The people demand shock. The people have spoken, and I have listened. Welcome in, people. Hey, hi. Hey, hi, how are you? Ah! Yup. The people have spoken. Yup. The people have spoken through shock. Shark speech, as it were. Shark speech, ooh ha ha. Something something. It's pronounced blowhigh? Yeah, but shark. But shark. Welcome in, chat. I hope that Saturday is treating you well. It is the weekend. The weekend. And we have what remains of Edith Finch. I love the What Remains of Bennett body. That will never get old. That is very good. Thank you. Welcome in Fiery Wolf. Welcome in Miggy B. Welcome in Repulsive GC. I did giggle to myself at the what? Remains of Edith Finch. That's dark, actually. Welcome in Sam. Yowzers. Welcome in Gamersauce in your backyard. Yeah. Wait, Gamersauce, your backyard? Why are there remains of Edith Finch in your backyard? The people demand answers. Welcome in, adventurer. Fingers crossed your internet doesn't cock it again, Repulsive. Oh, Mickey B is a microwave. Microwave B, welcome in. 85 stream streak. Aww. Thank you, Mickey B. That's amazing. That's amazing. Come. That's wild. Thank you so much. But yes, I have delivered shark onto the people. Oh, thank you for head pats. I have been rewarded for delivering shark onto the people. For delivering blowhigh. My eye is... It sure is, you know? I hope you're enjoying the shark that I have delivered to you. I hope your internet doesn't play up, Repulsive. We have some, I believe, very emotional gameplay ahead of us. Yeah. We are about halfway through Edith Finch, and I'm rather hype. Throwing blowhigh is how you say hello? Honestly valid, Sam. Thank you for the warm welcome, then. Firing squad of Shork. Indeed. It is customary in this part of the world. Well, since I am, you won't know you're upside down. Sam, you say this, but I am not presently in Australia. I was gifted the travel and Christmas abroad, so I'm very lucky. And I am learning the customs. I'll be sure to greet everyone around me by throwing blowhigh at them. Fish are friends, not food. Finding Nemo was a very sweet movie, okay? Very sweet movie. You thought there was TTS? Miggy B, I'm so sorry, Stream Streak did not TTS for you. But that's very funny that I just took for granted that Miggy B wanted to be a microwave, and that I should read it as such. Wait, can I impersonate TTS? Beep, beep, beep. I am a microwave. No, I can't do it. It was close, I guess. If I'm being generous with me. The beep, beep, beep. I am a microwave. No, I can't do it. You're playing XCOM 2 and making hella blunders. We love this. That's a team game. Is that a team game? Or maybe you can play it multiplayer. Can you? XCOM's gonna give it to you. Welcome in, Novelist Oscar. Good morning to you. Hello, hello. It is not a team game, only competitively. Why did I think XCOM had multiplayer? Is it because I just heard my friends talking to one another about XCOM and I assumed that they had played it together? Maybe that. If this game doesn't make you cry, Valve gives you a discount refund. It's okay to still be asleep. Repulsive's like, good night. Repulsive tucks you in as soon as you mention feeling eepy. This is great mod service. Thank you for your very important modding responsibility. Tucking in those who need to honk shoe. You've got your phone for backup? Repulsive, please don't feel like you're doing anything wrong if you just need to tap out when your internet drops. Or at least I don't know if you've got much phone data. Either way, I appreciate you joining us while you do have internet happening. I hope that it's consistent for your sake. Playing video games and making hella blunders is the power way. So thank you for getting into the stream spirit, Gamer Sauce. But Novelist Oscar, welcome in, and Commodore, welcome in. I missed welcoming anyone else in? Possibly. Maybe. Either way, I hope that this holiday period, almost New Year period, is treating you all well. I hope you're feeling well. There is a meds reminder. I just looked around my desk to try and find my medications. I already had my meds. What am I doing? This meds reminder is for y'all. If anyone has any medications or vitamins that need taking, if you have anything that you might need to do right now for your health or well-being, please consider this to be a reminder. I really appreciate you looking after yourself. It is very cool, and I consider it to be, fucking cool. Decides to swear because it's wonderful when people care about their health and well-being. Do I find it weird the toilet flushes in a weird way? I think... I think that I'm gonna go with no. Ponders the toilet question and decides, no, I don't find it weird. What do I find interesting about my travels? I find it fascinating the ideas that people have about Australia. Like going anywhere and people talking about Australians, being like, oh, so you must be surrounded by spiders. How do you deal with constant fear of death from the insects and animals that just want to do you harm? And I'm like, I live in a very, very privileged place in the world. I do not worry about my safety and well-being, let alone from animals. I guess there's some spiders that hang out sometimes, and that's cool with me because they're just hanging out. ... What else do people assume? People, are kind of like, why would you, why would you want to come somewhere else? Australia's much nicer. No, I'm kidding. Sometimes people are like, wait, why did you, why? And I'm like, yeah, because it's fun. I went to an Australian restaurant. It was funny watching them impersonate things. I got a lemon lime and bitters. Anyway. Mr. Worldwide indeed. So XCOM is pretty much completely solo. There is multiplayer, but you have no idea if anyone plays it. Yeah, fair enough. Wait, your pronouns are in the 300... Is this megahertz or gigahertz? Oh, the 300 megahertz to 300 gigahertz range. That's a wide range. It's almost any all pronouns. XCOM 2 had its multiplayer removed. It used to have it and they deleted it in an update. Ah. You are the sleep police, Repulsive. No cops. Tells my mods that cops aren't welcome. Repulsive is lovely. Honkshoe sleep on that thing? No! I had avoided these jokes up to this point. Alas. 35 stream streak, it's not much, but that's an honest job. Parson, I salute you and say thank you for your service. Someone told me... Actually, that's not stream. Never mind. Welcome in, Parson. I hope you're well. Welcome in, extraterrestrials. I hope you're well too. Welcome, welcome. I'm sorry if I'm missing welcoming anyone else in, but lovely to see y'all. I hope the weekend is treating you well. Whoops, forgot I was in here early, jump scare. Fiery Wolf, welcome in. I think I welcomed you in at the very start, but if you were alt-tabbed? Yeah, if you were on another window entirely, if you had stream muted, then I will welcome you in when you are here to hear it. Welcome in. I hope you are well. I hope the weekend is, treating you a little bit better. I think it's only been a day since we last chatted, and I had an update on how things were going, so maybe that's a little bit much to be hopeful for, but I still hope that it's treating you well. Did people see the... I posted pics of the tiramisu. I feel like I should have taken pics not in the middle of the night. But, I've been eating a little bit of it for breakfast because that's very healthy, right? There are scarier things than insects smile. Gamer sauce, that's terrifying. But you're right, there are scarier things than insects. Humans. Soylent Green was people. It's just upside down Florida? Absolutely. Yeah, totally. Outback Steakhouse. No, 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 no. I got, excuse me. Sniffling away at you. It was, okay. I am in Europe. I am not in the Americas. I'm on the other Northern Hemisphere continent. It wasn't an Outback Steakhouse. It was a, like, just Australian restaurant, I guess. Went up to the front and immediately get served by a Brit. And I'm just like mentally, all right. Yeah, the Brits colonized this place as well. Got it. Classic lemon lime and bitters indeed. What did I get? I think I got a burger. What is Australian cuisine? The first things that jump to mind I know are not Australian, like a Pav and Lamingtons. I think any Kiwis in the audience will be like, that's ours, we did that. I'm trying to think of what Australian cuisine is. I think that in reality in Australia we have a lot of fusion cuisine, and I like that. I think that is good shit. Fairy bread is totally Australian cuisine. Yeah, totally. You just beat Ace Combat 7 dogfighting game, so you're feeling cool? Hell yeah! Well done on the victory, adventurer. Let's go. That was a cliffhanger? Somebody once told me the world was going to roll me? I don't remember saying that. Did I do that? Did I leave somebody once told me? Oops, oopsie. Welcome in. Say it, not say it. Seat. Please feel free to let me know how I am butchering your name because pronunciation is hard. But welcome in. I hope you are well. We are hanging out a bit before the video game. You're invited to go rock climbing with some gaming friends today. You had to pass because you were still sick. Feeling a little less terrible though. I'm glad you're feeling less terrible. Damn that the, like, not feeling the best is lasting through the weekend. Damn. EXO! A little over 2 weeks post-op. I'm so glad that it happened. Yeah, I mean, I hope that it all went smoothly. Yeah. This is a cool update, I think. You're doing lovely, so that probably indicates that it went well. If so, thumbs up, thumbs up. Welcome in. I'm glad to hear the update. How am I today? Yeah, I'm going well. Looked over at my tiramisu. I am living way too luxurious right now. Yeah. Aww, the compliments. Miggy and Apasana being sweet. SMH. Fire, you had laser. Yeah, you're considering electrolysis. Electrolysis. Words are hard, okay? You saw the tiramisu, 'twas a day. The way that you ended it with, I saw the tiramisu, 'twas a day. Sounds like, it was an abomination that did numbers. Oh well. I hope that the laser still went smoothly. Yeah. Thinking of Lone Star all of a sudden. An American restaurant. And now craving Pancake Parlor. So true. Pancake Manor I've never heard of. Pancake Parlor indeed. Oh, and then I said no, never mind. Just call me S, it's less of a headache. Valid. Valid, valid, valid. Okay, S. Welcome in, S. Welcome in, Kaze. Hello, hello. Miggy B, I think that the answer is, I think I do remember saying this. It's because it's slightly not safe for work, but not in a like big way. Someone said to me that they did something sex work related, I was in person, and my gut reaction was just thank you for your service and giving them a salute. Like, that was the first thing that popped into my head to do and say. And I'm just like, well, I don't know how to socialize. I don't know how to talk to people, but also thank you for your service, you know? Like, but also good work. More noble than the troops, you know? Sorry. Welcome in, Love Ticks. Do a backflip? Okay. BRB. Flip. Wow. Good work, everyone. Parson, can you ask me something after stream? You're curious about one thing, but not sure if it's correct to ask during. Part of me is like, feel free to ask now. Part of me is like, what if it's totally inappropriate? Parson, if you wanted to... Sorry, I've got the hiccups. Let me sip water. Doing that backflip gave me hiccups. Okay. I want to say either put it in the chat and I'll ignore it or say I'll answer that later. Or if you wanted to message it to myself or the mods because you don't want to put it in the chat, then I could look at it at the end of stream. Or you could just send it after stream. Basically, any of these options work. Have I watched Helsing or... Oh, Kaze, I think I welcomed you in, but I didn't ask how you're going. I think I got some updates on things yesterday, but I hope you're going well this weekend as well. Have I watched Helsing Ultimate Abridged? I've watched Helsing. I think I have seen one episode of the Abridged. Yeah, I think someone showed me that ages ago, a little while ago. But I don't think that I have, like, much recollection of it, sorry. Is it good? Is it worth? Is this a fave of yours? I think I've only ever watched, like, Dragon Ball, Abridged. Dragon Ball Z? Yeah, Abridged. But even that was, like, years ago. Don't you dare assume that it was an abomination? It's not. It actually tastes pretty good. It actually tastes pretty good. Pretty sure Pancake Parlor is the main chain. We have Manor up here in Queensland. Fiery state giveaway. You're utterly worn out from stress and taking a mental health day tomorrow? Kaze, please do take a mental health day, 110%. 5 more hours tonight. I wish you luck. Salute. I wish you luck. I'm glad that people liked my reaction. Alright. Braver than the troops and more critical than infrastructure. 100%. 100%. Seeing cookery you people wouldn't believe. True. You wanna buy an air fryer, Gamer Sauce? You bought your brother an air fryer for his birthday, he liked it, you're sold. It's so easy to convince Gamer Sauce to get, appliances? What was the other thing, Gamer Sauce, you were considering? Oh, an espresso machine, because, Commodore got one for Chrissy. It's fire, it's peak. Alright, alright. You enjoyed the, Team 4-star Helsinger Bridged Fiery? Okay, noted. You can send it to Miggy B for him to decide the degree of inappropriateness. If Miggy B's okay and literally said that, yeah, they're fine with it, go for it. I hope I already bribed Miggy B with compliments. This is exactly how it works. Keep the mods happy with compliments. In fact, yeah. They're giving away states. Where do I line up? I think this is something colonization something. Sorry, there's some terrible jokes in here. And I love to say terrible jokes, so you love joining queues for free things? That's funny. What's the last free thing queue I joined? I had free soup at uni. I had to go into uni for my, like, capstone thingy. And, they had a, like, free soup stall. And I was like, yeah! And then I queued up, and it was something I could eat. I think it was tomato soup. Good shit, good shit. We need more free stuff queues. Wait, have we invented the Soviet Union? Sorry. Bad joke. Compliments are just icing on the cake. You would have said yes anyway. Bless you, Miggy B. Making espresso in the air fryer is very good. I love that Miggy B and Gamer Sauce both went the coffee roaster in an air fryer joke. Love that. What if I tried to air fry things in my espresso machine? SMH. Okay. Paris sees me getting 30 pieces of silver and I'm like, it's not what it looks like? Get that bag, Miggy B. Extort chat for cash. Get that bag. No, I'm kidding. Please don't extort my chat. Please, mods, please. I know I didn't put extortion as not allowed in the channel rules, but it's not. Please. Welcome in, Notya. Please feel free to correct my pronunciation, but welcome in. I hope you are well. We are hanging out, before the video game. I hope you are well. This is your land? Where's your flag then? You know what? I've got to find it. Shivers. 1 second. Burnham. It is Burnham. Okay. So one of my friends, his, he is very, very, proud of his ancestor, Burnham. An Aboriginal Australian sportsman, activist, actor and author of Woiwurrung and Yorta heritage. He is best known, where is it? Became involved in Australian Indigenous rights activism while in uni. He may be best remembered for planting the Aboriginal flag in front of the White Cliffs of Dover on the Australian Bicentenary Day of the 26th of January 1988 to satirically claim England on behalf of the Aboriginal people of Australia. Fucking based as fuck. Based as fuck. Let's shout out Burnham Burnham. Anyway. You love joining queues for free things in uni. You turn to the person behind me and go, hey, I see you also like queuing for free hot dogs. The students yearn for the bread line. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Thank you for shouting out Burnham Burnham for me. Yeah. Ah, jeez. Okay. Making espresso in the air fryer sounds like an explosion ready to happen. But I wanna. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, Neuro Riot. Hello. You don't have time to stay? Understood. Well, I hope I haven't totally missed you, but best wishes. Okay. How we feeling? I'm actually pretty pumped to play the video game. I'm nervous about not having enough time for it, so what if we played it now? What if I played the video game? May I very politely ask the mods to change category for me? Because that would be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool of you. Yeah, or this suddenly had a sentimental vibe. We're suddenly in, a much more sentimental zone. Thank you, Miggy B, for changing it. It looks like you skipped Walter's story? Oh no. You can't handle little tasks. Aww. It's okay, Repulsive. You can just sit there and look pretty. I'm sorry. I'll not objectify the mods. Yeah. You have exams on Monday. You're not gonna study because you already know you're fucked and you're entering the exam praying you get a passing grade. I trust you to do what is right for you, if not causing yourself absurd stress by trying to cram it all the night before makes sense. I salute that. I wish you luck all the same. Knocks on wood and sends good vibes for a passing grade into the universe for you, yo. Yeah. One sec. Living on peaceful mode until you don't is so true. Yay, we're in. Okay, the video game. We have the video game. I love that. First contact civilizations don't have a concept of marking with flags. Even if they did, it's not like colonizers would respect that. I think that that's fair. There were, I think that it's not uncommon for communities to have symbols of belonging, of land, of places, but the concept of a flag per se, yeah. Like you said as well, not like colonizers would respect that. Correct. Okay, I'm going to have a quick look. I think, Miggy B, did you say Walter's story? Yeah, Walter. Wait, can you all see my mouse on screen? How do I check that? Like this. Yeah, you can see my mouse. I've only been streaming for like 2 and a bit years. Why would I know if you can see my mouse? Why would I know something so basic? Okay. So we heard Molly's story. Barbara's... Okay, Molly, kitty cat dreaming girl. Barbara, child star, big scream, horror comic story. Calvin, wanting to try to fly. Sam, twin brother of Calvin, and went into the military, liked photography, went out with his daughter to go hunting. Edith is me, but then there's also Edie, who we haven't heard the story of yet. I'm wondering if we've missed the story there. Odin, wait, did we hear Odin's story? I'm like... ... not remembering Odin's story. ... Okay, thank you, Miggy B. No Flag, No Country is an Eddie Izzard bit. Oh! Did Eddie Izzard come out as gender fluid or as trans? Forgive me, I just want to remember. Genuinely not. Izzard identifies as gender fluid and calls herself somewhat boyish, somewhat girlish. She uses the word transgender as an umbrella term. Okay, so both are relevant. Awesome. Yeah, I always remembered her bit about, these aren't women's dresses, they're my dresses. This is obviously pre-transition, bit, and that was always a good bit. It's like, these are my clothes, actually. Anyway, we love it when, I at least hope that she's a cool person also, but, I do love it when someone comes out, especially later in life. Very sweet. Yeah, gender fluid mostly, preferring starting from she, her. Cool. Cool. Oh no, nosebleed. Best wishes, S. Best wishes. Odin on the boat. We saw his memorial statue, right. Got it. Okay, that works. Got it. Not sure if there's a chapter select or something. Might be something after you beat the game. Okay, so I may not be able to get to Walter's story anymore? You don't think I can backtrack, can I? But right now I'm doing the very important task of opening a thing of grapes. Thing? Punnet? What are these called? Container. New desk position, who dis? Kumiko. I hope that the feng shui work is going well for you. I hope the desk feels good comfy. Grapes. Wait, you get into a lot of fights, ass? Oh no. Okay. Walter barely know her? Maybe. Can I click on his name? No. No, I can't. When you were playing that game, you didn't recognize the trans topic at all? I'm unsure which game you're referring to. Probably because I have these issues with feminine clothes and things myself. You would 100% fuck with a girl named Walter? Hell yeah. And a boy named Sue. Okay. Feng Shui is incredibly exhausting when I have no space to move anything. Oh no. Nudging things back and forth, good luck. Good luck, even. Okay, okay. First grapes. Next, I guess we can't really backtrack to Walter. Is Walter's story important? I'm trying to remember who Walter is. Youngest sibling of Sam and Calvin. I think that right now we're actually in a... We just did Gregory's story. Poor bath boy. Mouse sensitivity does feel rather clunky. I wonder if I can... That feels a little bit more fluid. Is this an exit? I don't remember if this is where I came from or not. Sam. Yeah! Yeah, this is where I came from. So... Oh, I thought the room with the like, handprints was... through here. Perhaps not. Okay, maybe I can backtrack down. We can also just watch someone else play it? We've moved through the house before. Burger King foot lettuce. Number 4. Okay. I need to make chat bigger so that I can listen to your advice. If your words aren't big enough, I'll never listen to it, you know? Wait, then I can't see. Dang it, why is everything difficult? When will things not be difficult? You know? Well, thank you for the follow. Sorry. Right, well, I'm in the middle of, like, whining and complaining. Thank you for the follow. I need to move this back. How do I undo what I just did? Ah! Low scream. I may have stuffed it up, chat. Music kind of fire? Hell yeah, it is. Okay, I'm gonna try and... It's all good, Kumiko. I have managed to get through... Can I just, like... drop onto the potting mix? Okay. Graphics. I'm turning up the brightness for a second. Nope, that is terrible. Okay. Frick it. I can't see shit. Oh, it won't let me drop. Valid. Good. Game won't let me break my leg. Literally unplayable. No. What if... How did I get up here? Chat, do you remember how I got up here? Did I just, like, climb the branch? I did, didn't I? I climbed that branch. No full damage. SMH. Oh. Even parkour. There is a Discord. It would... I'm sure someone can do the Discord command. I think we're stuck up here. I think, unfortunately... We have missed the opportunity to see Walter's story. My bad, I guess. Should I watch it? Thank you, Game Source. Walterless indeed. Sorry, Walter. Oh, the protagonist is pregnant. I had completely forgotten that. That was revealed last stream. I was looking down at my belly and thinking, it's okay. I got curves, you know? I got a little tum. Nothing wrong with a little tum. But turns out there is an infant growing inside me. Oh, you sound insane without that context, yeah. Yeah. I just took it for granted. I was just like, oh yeah, fair enough. Gregory? Dawn. Gus. Gus gets a 6 skateboard. With sympathy, deepest sympathy. Okay, so... there's a kite? Wait, there's a pole? Do you think I can climb the pole? Maybe not. Oh, but there's stairs. Okay, that makes more sense. Raise the flag, 7:30. Breakfast, 8. Quiet time, 11. Oh, is this the dad that Sam was? Dawn, sweep trash. Greg, be a baby. Routine, jump rope, jumping jacks, push-ups, crunches, run to mailbox and back. Oh.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry,
And yet. A poem for Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Hell yeah, let's take this in. There is a wedding, right? There's a white tent. There is people. I think there is a wedding in our yard. Do you think I can move and I just haven't worked it out yet?
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Oh. Okay, so Gus was an angsty boy? I wonder where it's expecting me to look.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I remember.
Oh. Oh. Remarried. I see. I see. He's an emotional baby because... Sorry, I shouldn't call someone a baby. I mean that in an endearing way, in a... like, of course you've got emotions about a new stepmom.
When the time for photos came, Dad
Fair
ordered
enough.
him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Yeah.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
I think I slowly learned that I needed to flip the letters. But Gus, it's starting to storm and you're flying a kite. Teens are just like that? Perhaps. Where is the next line? Or does it want me to fly? Where are you wanting me to look right now? Oh my gosh. Further down. Oh.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
The kite is way more entertaining. I think flying a kite in a thunderstorm is ill-advised. Para 2024.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Kiddo. Go inside, kiddo. Oh.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Is Dawn your mother? I think so. Yeah. Sam had Dawn, Gus, and Gregory. Dawn had Lewis, Milton, and Edith. I am now understanding. I am now the understanderer. The understanderer of how family trees work. Gus had a mohawk, and there is like a monarch anarch and some like, what does that say? Ready, set, dead. Damn. Hardcore kidder. He got hit by a purely secured tent his father made. Yeah. Family, big family running out of names is kind of funny. Ooh, spooky. Did you ever want to do rock climbing in your own bedroom?
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Why did no one give you all fresh rooms when your
At the
siblings
time,
died?
It was as far away as she could get.
But this is a massive fuck-off house, and so many rooms downstairs are emptied. Why did they not clear room for the new generation? This is kind of fucky. Like, that's messed up. Punk's not dead, but I will be. Oh. Monarcho-anarchism. SMH.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
I see. The teacher's calling? Were you a teacher, Dawn?
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she
Ah,
met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay is your dad. We were wondering who Sanjay was. So Dawn and... yeah, your love. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Sam and Kay, Odin and Ingeborg, Sanjay and Dawn. Dawn and Sanjay. Fly to India. 10 ways to teach critical thinking. Religion, science, math, and history. Sturm. Divorced? He's not attached to the tree. Oh. Wait, but neither is Ingeborg. Sven and Edie? Did we miss Edie as well? I assumed we'd come back to them. Where helping hands create safe places. India. I find it rather interesting that maybe it was an interest in religion more generally? Catholic missionary going to other countries.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Missing. Those were the posters we saw at the start of the game. Dawn and Edie are not filled in, yeah. Can we go down? No. There is no going
When
back.
my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Sanjay died, okay. Right, we saw Sanjay's,
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
we saw Sanjay's, tombstone in the
And to see
cemetery.
kids in the house again.
Mint, thyme, sage, and basil. Okay.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
You call these types of games mindfuck games? Games that make you think about emotion and all that. I guess we play mindfuck games around here. These games, the games that I like playing are ones with a story and like, I like psychological horror, these kinds of things. Narratives. Do you want me to backseat and tell you the next story? As in, what do you mean?
And
Like-
for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
If I seem to be entering a story that means I'm missing another person's story, then you're welcome to interrupt. Is this some kind of classroom? There was homeschooling books downstairs. Maybe these kids were homeschooled?
But it didn't last.
If your mum was a teacher, maybe she wanted you to learn with her as the teacher. You play games to not think about emotions? Too late. Dawn Finch, to teach and to learn. I like taking in what I can. Okay, so your dad died while you were still a babber. A little wee babby. Okay. That's rough, kiddo. But yeah, Mickey B, does that put you in a difficult...
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Prefer not to have jokes like that. Relief efforts end in disaster. Maybe the news article's related to Sanjay. Maybe. I totally missed what the dialogue just said. Castle? For Milton? You thought the next room was skipping a story. We're breaking into Milton's room, I think. All good. Thanks.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Oh. Milton, I'm not remembering how long until he went missing. But like... Simon Petrikov? I'm not familiar. This? Should I Google? This seems to be the work of someone older than I thought Milton got to be, but that may be me. (1992) Oh, character from Adventure Time. Okay. Mid to late teens. I guess mid to late teens could still be doing work like this. It's rather exceptional, isn't it? All of those paints. But if you got your own little castle...
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, this is gonna be hard. Thank you for Sippy. Aww. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, a delight. 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 If you're thirsty, you should drink water. Thank you.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Thank you for the drink. The guy just Narnia'd himself. For real though, he did disappear. That is his story. Did I miss Dawn's story? Wait, have I missed Dawn?
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Well, okay. Went the long way. How fucking long is that notebook? Indeed. But that's part of the magic. The magic of the paintbrush. Thought I was about to drop through. She just died. Got it.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Mum blamed Edie? Why did Mum blame Edie? What did Edie do? Wait, huh? I missed something. Sorry, chat.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Actually, let's go this way. That looks cute. I would sit here and look at the ocean abroad. Cute. I'm not missing Dawn, don't fret. Thank you for reassurances. I'm gonna have more water. I know I already had sippy, but I want double sippy. Gulp, 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 gulp. Okay.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Oh, the marijuana. I thought it was body odor. Thought it was like, this young man stank. This boy reeked, actually. But no, they mean the marijuana. Okay, fair enough. Stinky boy. No, I'm not stinky, no. And an exercise ball. 2 monitors. This boy was living the life. Beers and pills? And grass and a degree, a high school diploma. Cool. Good on you, bud. Be proud of your accomplishments. Love that for you.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Oh. Just like... No, I'm not saying it. Ooh, flag.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
You know what? Valid, kidder. Be proud of yourself. He's probably not kidder, hey. I'm now realizing he was older. 1 second. Lewis? 88 to 2010 is 22? Is that right? It runs in the family! Dual 4x3 monitors? How do I say that? He was living in 3008? Do you mean 2008? But yes. I choose to believe 3008 will, alternative monitor resolution will have a comeback. For nostalgia's sake. "22. Just fed your pup. Hell yeah, pup. Pup getting dinner. What have you missed? Well, we did Milton, we're up to Lewis. Institute of Psychology.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Am I...
Wander.
Oh!
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names.
Oh, bud.
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
An imagination?
I worried about him then.
God forbid my man want to escape from the monotony of day-to-day life.
I spoke with his boss.
Well, you didn't try to
But
improve
he
his
said Lewis had become a model employee.
life circumstances?
Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising.
What was
at
that?
first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built
Oh.
the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
I'm absolutely
Songs
fascinated
for them to play.
by this.
He talked about starting a band.
This doesn't seem like schizophrenia to me.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery.
Where am I? There I am.
His chopping was as reliable as ever.
Yeah.
Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
I'm convinced that I'm going to accidentally chop my hand.
And
Wow, my man did a democracy. The fish fighting back. No.
they
These
begged him
tunes
to
do
stay,
kind of rule,
but his
hey.
mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Well, yeah. If you are stuck, you...
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Obama giving himself a medal.
New Louisville. St. Louis.
Ha!
He started drifting away from our reality.
Honestly, your reality kind of sucks.
Minneapolis.
My man is
Until one day he forgot to
disempowered.
go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
This letter is to his mother. You are talking to his mother.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Beautiful prince. Hell yeah.
beautiful prince.
My man just wanted a...
The prince was on his own quest for
Sinister serpents.
sinister serpents.
Like, genuinely, I think what they're trying to suggest happened was, in some way, a drug-induced
He followed
psychosis.
the sound of his
Harp.
silver harp.
Evil gaze. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh! This game is expecting me to multitask so fucking
His
much.
chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Y'all are...
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Wait, what? Para forgot to press the buttons? Wait, what are you distracting me from? What? Huh? Huh? Welcome in, Spaceman. Hello. I'm sorry if I have, like, missed new people arriving. I have been distracted by shock. You did distract me. I am enraptured with this story, okay?
It struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
My man had no opportunities for self-actualization, and so created
My
them.
imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
So wait, where's
It's
my
hard to
prince
argue
at?
with him. He began to forget the world we know.
It was super effective. Cut the fish.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Kiss me.
I still thought I could save him.
What kind of a fucking psych are you? You're
Even
not
after
there
he
to
said he was being
save.
crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
I love this dance. Lil jig. That is a beautiful jig. Ah, shit.
including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting them.
Molly! You're Molly! But, like, I have a complex imagination. This is complex and multi-layered. You should be dancing too, friend. This is a joyous day.
His prince waited, holding his crown.
Yay! Oh no, you can wear it. It's the people's crown.
There was only one thing left to do.
Democratic monarchism. Oh. Oh. It's me. I'm the fish now. Right.
Bend down his head.
Right.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Damn, kidder. You would have been 11. That's sad. I did forget what this game is about again. I'm glad if his internal world had joy in it, you know? 8 years between the two. I think it's either 2002 or 2003 that Milton died. I can't quite make it out. Of course, my man was trying to escape. But you had so much bud. God damn, son. Anyway. He was 32. I think he was... Wait, was he 22? Yeah, I think 22. The game isn't about death, the game is about life. I forget that the game intends to tell me what brought people through life and where it ended. I feel like having a microwave next to your head at night feels like a mistake. Like, I don't have any science to back this up, especially if you're not microwaving things in the middle of the night next to your head, but you know, bad feng shui. Exactly. We need to feng shui the room. White noise machine. Okay. And down we go.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
Honestly,
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
honestly valid. Honestly, get out. honestly finally good. You know? Honestly finally good. Y'all are constantly surrounded with
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
the unchangeable. I don't know how to put this, but it's not just that you're surrounded by death, but you're surrounded by things that will remain stagnant. Like the way that all the doors are shut, you're never repurposing any of the bedrooms. It never has new life breathed into it. It's always stagnant. You're always sleeping alongside the memories of those who are past. Family curse is just lead paint. Okay. Wait, where did I came out of this room, right? Did I? No. Maybe? No, this is a new room.
I wish we'd stayed.
Why?
But I understand why we left.
I think it's important that you got out. Sorry.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Making out of
What happened
leftovers.
that night had been coming for a long time.
Making something new out of
Maybe I
what
should have
you
come sooner.
have left. Symbolism, symbolism. Enjoy your leftovers, Fiery. You could host a whole self-sustaining commune in this structure. Genuinely, like, how long ago did we leave? We left when Lois passed away, 2010. I think it said that it gave the current year, didn't it? When Dawn died, 2016. So it's been like 5 years. 6 years or so. Where that one nightmare Portland commune with the broken vacuum takes place? Absolutely.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith. Have you seen the housing market?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
That whole last day. Is Molly still with us? As in the kitty cat?
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
The thing you're afraid of? Losing me? I'm trying to think. Dawn has lost everyone, really. She was there when her dad died. I don't remember what happened to Kay. Her brothers, her sons. I think I'm all she has left. Edie as well, I guess.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
Story.
I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
She thinks that the family's legacy is what has them first.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
You legitimately heard that. This is the day after Lewis's death. Understandable if she's like he'd still be alive if he wasn't full of stories. Right.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Mom thinks the stories of death are what's killing them, and now Edith is writing down all these stories for her own child.
I got turned around. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had
Boss.
never existed.
Game of sauce. Yep. Boss.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
Bed. Chair.
That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Oh.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Goodbye.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while.
10th of October.
She didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Oh.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Like a heartbeat.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Huh.
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Oh.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh. Oh, geez, the kid photos. Do they have to do that? Like, of course they did. But, like, did they? Oh, look at the cool guy stance. Yeah, bud, you're cool as shit. Oh, I'm just having a cry. Sorry. I just having a cry. The idea that it's all temporary. Thanks, Johan. See Johan's name in the credits? That's an achievement? Okay. Oh, and the animals too. Just the, like, The idea that it's all temporary, and that it's unpredictable and unpredictably short, and that life is what life turns out to be, I guess, is heavy. Oh, jeez. Eduardo, that is a great photo. Melissa's saying some shit. We finished the game is what happened. I guess what happened is that we finished hearing the stories from all the other family members. Well, nearly everyone. Welcome to Samsara, baby. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep taking my time with the weight of it. I think that this game incorporated so many different kinds of play. There was obviously the main walking around and taking in the stories, but within each story there was the end. Replay a story now available. And Walter. I never did play Walter. Do you think we should do Walter's story? I think we should. You know what, I asked you, chat, but I'm immediately taking away your decision making and deciding for you. Edie died that last night. Just realized the movers finding her and she was gone means death, not leaving. Yeah, I am under the impression that she gave all that she had to give and that maybe that's the ultimate in heartbreak, really. We're too bad, we already decided the same as you. Alcohol and medication. Oh, yeah, that would, that might do it too. Yeah, okay, now that you mention it, the physiological effects of not complying with medication instructions. So Walter was the person who lived under here. I take it. Or at least has a story tied to down here. Walter, 2005.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
What?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Hell yeah, peaches.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
You're respecting our boundaries by asking,
friendly.
but asserting yourself as our streamer by doing it anyway. Yes, indeed. There were hella beans, but peaches come in a can. They were put there by a man.
And then one day, everything just stopped.
What I don't understand
Whatever
was...
that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Could he have left? Why would you put peaches in my
It's been a week
hair?
now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
You're done
I have to
waiting?
leave. Well, I
Good.
still can.
Can you? Okay, well, I can't apparently. Oh, miniatures! My man was making trains. Leave while you still can. In a factory downtown. Next to the fish cannery. While he still can. But you've got so many books about train modeling. Haunted. Oh, that's right, there was so many books about being haunted. Curses and other evils, haunting, a guide, ghost trapping, the other side. Are you being haunted, my dude? The Finch Curse. The Finch Curse, but a smaller version. We've got the Finch Curse and the Finch Curse Reader's Digest. Ah, jeez. He witnessed Barbara's death. Right. Okay, thank you for the reminder of, like, who is who.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara,
You ran from that.
Molly,
The curse.
and Calvin.
You ran from all of that.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Thank
But I
you for
need
the
to stop
sippy.
living the same day, even if it kills me.
Shawshank Redemption.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Aww.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Oh. I'm sorry, I found that heartbreaking. Like, beautiful, and I'm glad his spirit was as such. But... he didn't get to, like, taste food. Just peaches. Notoriously non-food. Feels like to get your routine broken. I guess you want where I've been. Canned peaches are good. Jeez, Walter. Heck. Heckin'. Heck. Thank you for your story. Achievement unlocked. I think we finished the game. In fact, I know we finished the game. You were there. I was there. Dang it. I think that I need to breathe is what I think. I'm going to just put on tunes. I'm sitting back and I'm processing a little bit. Walter, your story was sad. Edith? I have these like lingering thoughts and feelings like what? Okay. Like the kid, the one that like was laying flowers down at Edith's grave, the presumably the one that was growing in Edith throughout the story. I just kind of want to know whether they put that place to rest or not. Like that they were back there makes me wonder, like, were they visiting? Is that where they left, you know, left Mum to rest? Or is that the house that they have taken on? I think there is something in there that I'm wanting to know. Yeah. Christopher. You saw me finish it, thank you. We did get the Steam achievement. Yeah, Steam witnessed this. Therefore it happened. You would say that's what life essentially is for most people. You know what? Let's move chat over here. Yeah. Chat. Over here. A long chain of dreams and hopes we're chasing through pain and hardships. Cruel teasing that inevitably ends with one's death. Most are dreams being broken, but also with pain and suffering leaving us to those who are still alive. Okay, Schopenhauer. Welcome to the chat, Schopenhauer. Thank you for joining us. I'm being silly. A person, you're not wrong. Like, a lot of what we will aspire to in our lives and a lot of what we will experience will remain hopes and dreams, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. There will be cruelty, there will be suffering, there will be attempts to make sense of it in a bigger way. I think that is something I don't look forward to in old age, especially trying to connect my story to like those who have come before me and whatnot. Yeah. Welcome in, Dr. Bear. Yo. It may have been Sam who gifted it. I think you're right, Miggy B. Shouts out. Parson, your haircut isn't so ridiculous. You lose to him at that. I'm so proud of you. You know what? Valid. Good. Good for you. Christopherby. I don't think that I can pronounce that, full stop. Or fiery. What? Unsure. You know what? Unsure. Okay, big stretch. We finished another game. Oh, we weren't sure whether you gifted the sub to Dr. Bear. or if it was Sam. Mm-hmm. For folks who have just joined recently, welcome to the weekend. Okay. I am stuck with the story of, oh gosh, I've immediately forgotten, Lewis? I am stuck thinking about Lewis's story. Probably understandably, right? That one has a lot of ambiguity. I think a few of them have some ambiguity, but like, yeah. I think Lewis's story, Walter was the one we just did. You need to fix your your Wi-Fi. Good luck with your wife. Yes, I believe in you. Repairing the wife. You know what? Give your wife whatever she might need to assist. I appreciate you providing support to the loved ones in your life. No, good luck with your Wi-Fi. You were in tears and didn't want to finish Lewis's story when you played it. I totally hear that. There is something... I am still stuck on Lewis's story. There is something about... in that environment, you needed to escape and you created escape, you know? Not just like the end of things, like creating your out through death, but like creating an entire universe in which you do matter. You are important. You are celebrated and cared. Like, that you love it there and that you want to spend time there. If you are stuck in a world that is like, you are just working at a fish canning factory, doing the same thing every single day, to have not lost your capacity to imagine something else, to be like creating something else even in your mind, yeah. You also... I'm glad we did the bubs at the end of last stream. Starting this one with a baby's death would have been rough. I agree. I agree. Eds, are you okay? I don't take messages like that lightly. So I just want to say, like, please let us know if there's anything we can support with. And alternatively, please don't say things like that flippantly. You also figured Para would hate the psychologist narrating the story, but being like, well, his boss likes him, so it must be okay. I'm kind of holding my breath to hear from S, because we are talking about a story where the character did, well, it appears that the character did end their life, so I'm just continuing to hold space in case S, you needed to talk about something. If that story has hit a nerve for you, or if these things are hard to process, that's valid. But you were fixing your Wi-Fi, so there is the possibility that your internet is not working. I think I found it strange, Mickey B, that the psychologist was very like none of that rang true for what a psychologist supporting someone with that should be doing. For one thing, that is someone that is stopped substance use and is suddenly having very vivid imagination related things. One would assume that you would be getting the medical attention for what could be a enduring quote-unquote psychosis, like an enduring drug-induced hallucinations, and things like that tend to pass over time, so giving someone the support and comfort to get through that, and to understand or build up what they will do when those things pass, if those things pass, or to monitor those things whether they don't pass. I think that, yeah, the talking to the boss is massive overstep of confidentiality, massive overstep of what you do. Anyway, I'm not expecting games and writers for a video game to touch on what treatment should look like or what things do look like. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some really incompetent people out there. Absolutely, this is true. This is true. I think more importantly, at the heart of supporting someone that is having their imagination running wild is not being like, let's tie you to the real world, let's push you to be seeing reality as it is, but rather what is motivating you and underlying your attachment to a world that you know is in your head. Why is that world in your mind much more appealing than the material world around you, and like, how can we improve the material world around you so that, not that you're ashamed or not allowed to have imagination, but so that your attachment to the quote-unquote real world is also appealing and rewarding and healthy for you. Anyway. So it doesn't feel like an escape, yeah, so it feels like a source of creative joy rather than your only worthwhile endeavors. I think the game mostly shows what happened rather than what should have happened. Yeah. I read I think anyway. It's all good. I think it does show what happened. But I guess maybe it's the where my brain goes is like, what story is this telling a video game playing audience? My brain is not jumping to whether the writers are doing the most accurate thing, because I think the writers need to convey accurate treatment options, but rather like, what has this taught video game players about help seeking of their own? Because for many people, many people, especially young people who play video games, that will be something that they absorb as, you know, the likely way that treatment works or the things to expect. So I'm kind of thinking through that from the lens of like, yeah. From the lens of stories. When you play a video game, you become deeply invested in a story when it rings true, when it touches close to home, when it is relatable, or when it is just really well told and whatnot. So these stories about someone who is suffering, I can't help but imagine the folks who are themselves suffering and see themselves in those characters. I can't help but think about the folks who are like, I escape through video games, I escape through these stories, I have a banal day-to-day, I relate to this character who found the only things worth living for, the world they had invented in their minds, and the only thing that tied them to this world was that story, until it came time to just leave the quote-unquote real world itself. So I think that I am thinking through those stories, and what it leaves the player with, their understanding of things. Never saw a game to show what medicational treatment really does. Of course. When it comes to other therapeutic approaches, no one really knows for sure due to research limitations. I think there is some of that. I think that even research on medications does not necessarily have unlimited value, you know? Sorry, I think that research into medications equally is limited due to research limitations. When you are trying to get a qualitative analysis of whether a medication has effectively, for example, led someone to experience emotions that they previously weren't experiencing, well, you don't really know except for self-reported. Different people will self-report differently as to the effect of medication. So I'm going to go ahead and say that that's still limited, significantly limited, in the exact same ways that other therapeutic approaches are limited, because you are practitioner qualitative assessment and self-reported client qualitative assessment also have limitations. Yeah. And welcome in, Des. Sorry. Welcome in. I'm not expecting games to show what treatment really does. I'm expecting games to responsibly handle the topic of mental health. It's not that I expect a game to accurately convey what mental health treatment involves. It's that I expect games to responsibly convey what it means to be suffering and what it means to do, like what next steps might happen. Like, but even that is limited because you're telling a story, you know? So like, I've got mixed feelings on this. This is just me spitballing after playing a game. This is not me having a deeply philosophically well thought through stance. This is me just, these are all the emotions that come to mind. These are the things that come to mind. This is, yeah. I hope people's expectations of what therapy is doesn't just come from one game. I don't know. It is shitty therapist, and I think seeing her represented in a video game would make me feel seen and comforted in a way. But that being said, I agree we shouldn't be telling people not to seek therapy if that's something they're thinking about. I think that there is... it's not just expectations of therapy. So I think people have become rather attached in this conversation to expectations of therapy. That's not what I'm getting, or not what I'm intending to be touching on. What I'm intending to be touching on is what the person who was suffering did with their suffering. If we are repeatedly told stories about people who were suffering, who like tried seeking help and ultimately ended it, then we are continually hearing and internalizing stories that with our suffering comes the inevitable future of death or giving up. Like that the inevitable, like the story that builds in our mind will become one of help doesn't really help, help just delays the inevitable. And that is a deeply irresponsible way for us to treat the subject matter of suffering, the subject matter of like mental health struggles. And that's why I am compelled to give more flavor, more thoughts to a story in this where that played out. I am compelled as the streamer, as the person reflecting on the story to go, once again, we have heard a story that is told again and again and again, that someone who suffered ultimately died by their own hand. And I want to say this person has been let down. Here are some of the ways that person has been let down, and it sticks with me the way that they've been let down. Not that I think the writers should have had them have great mental health treatment. It's that I wish for anyone consuming stories about suffering to have the idea, to have more than the idea in their mind that suffering leads to death. Yeah. It would be really funny if just one Finch got therapy and was fine. It would. You're right. That would be very funny. And like, that's not the like story here, you know? Like the story here is that this family has lots of stories that end badly. Like that it feels like a curse on the family. It feels like the enduring legacy for all of these people is that life, they are their own people, they are living their own lives, but they are all trapped within the same environment. These circumstances continues being like a curse on them, where everyone meets what feels like an untimely demise. And maybe there's something about the nature of life that it never really feels like a timely demise. But seeing as I'm, yeah. Let me read this. There's no unlimited value in any research. Sure, and I do think we're being drifted away, Parson, and I appreciate you pulling back a little, because what I'm referring to is, like, psychological treatments, one of which is medications. All of these researchers, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But I think that this is an aside to the question of I think that Angle A, okay, if we have many, many stories in which people are suffering if we have many, many stories in which people are experiencing hardship and their lives are unfulfilling, unrewarding, end in an untimely way, or that they are unable to pursue their hopes and dreams or experience something other than suffering. If we have many stories that look like this from a psychological health perspective or a mental health perspective or an emotional suffering perspective, angle one is that people are left with the message that being someone who suffers will lead you to an unfulfilling life and one that is likely to end early, including by your own hand. Angle two is that we have an unmet need in how we respond to suffering. We have a inadequate way of supporting and treating and assisting people who are in situations of suffering and etc. So I guess the way I'm seeing my job here, the way I'm seeing my voice here, is that I am observing when angle one could be the conclusion people come to and trying to re-navigate it into angle two. Yeah. Sorry for the tangents, but these are my reflections. I guess I play these games in order to reflect on them. These stories are what is surrounding you, a parson. For your whole life, you've seen only one person who wasn't regretting his whole life at the end. Most stories in that book end miserably, and you yourself are living among its pages. I think that that is valid to observe. And I think that I'm also not going to take away your worldview from you. And I don't expect to, and I don't aspire to. But it is also important that we observe the joy, and I think that's where I was drawn. Like in the stories we were just being witness to, Lewis's story, there was joy. And it wasn't that I necessarily forgot that suffering is involved in all of these stories. It's not that I necessarily forgot that he was indeed going to die. But it's that I saw that what he had created for himself was joyous people. There were joyous people, like their little dances. Their little dances are where I ended up. I think that I found in it a great deal of strength in and initiative in his refusal to have his imagination taken from him. It's not that it necessarily had to be happy stories, but there is resistance in that, you know? There is resistance in imagination. Yeah. I am interested in a parson's response. Stories making you feel seen and comforted that there's some solidarity, or does it just remind you and bring you down? These are, possibly there's a complex answer in there. I think it's a great question to ask. There is nothing wrong with feeling seen, and it is important to feel seen. It is good to feel seen. But if stories are reinforcing an idea in you, that's where I hesitate, I guess. And maybe I hope you'll let me have that hesitation, Miggy B. I think that what I'm trying to do here is to see more broadly what we are being told by these stories. And if more broadly what we are being told is that not just solidarity, but there is inevitable ends. It's not just being affirmed that your experience is valid, but rather the future of your experience is decided for you. That refuses change, you know? Yeah. If we are to only validate, we risk corroborating and entrenching. But yeah, Game of Souls, you think what you would like to see more in games is that kind of idea of relying on others or community or finding help. I think game design means that you, the player, must be a strong independent agent in the world. Relying on others, community, finding help. I thought that might have been where Edie would come in. That What Remains of Edith Finch becomes strongly connected to What Remains of Edie Finch. And I think that the passing on of story from Edie to Edith and then Edith onto the next generation was part of some storytelling, some bigger picture, but it didn't build up to be connection between the two. You're finding solitude in the fact that this story are finite. Endless horror is better than a horror without an end. I do not feel comfort from such solidarity. I'd be glad to be the only one suffering. If everyone else could have a better lot, but it's not possible. I don't like people suffering even if I see it as the most normal thing. Normal from the point of how common it is. Understood. Yeah, I think that's fair enough, Abasan. I think that validation and solidarity helps if you are someone that is deprived of seeing your story, but when you see your story again and again and again, it stops, for me, it stops feeling like connection and starts feeling like a pattern, an inevitability. I think that I'm drawing from, for example, stories of trans lives being very difficult. At first, it was solidarity to know that other people have experienced hardship. Then it started becoming patently unjust. Then it started becoming patently not solidarity, but unfair, ridiculous, absurdly wrong. And it started becoming distressing for stories to be a lie. So I think that there are some people who will find comfort in solidarity and validation, but when it starts becoming systematic, it stops feeling like a shared experience that brings us together and starts feeling like a shared experience that drives wedges between us and others, or drives like inevitable stories. Inevitable story. Yeah. And yeah. I'm on my soapbox again. I understand what you're saying here now, Para. Kind of like, if all these people in the past who I'm following in the footsteps in haven't found the solution to their problems, am I so prideful to believe that I can find it? Yeah. That it disempowers and it, yeah. Yeah, a lot of that. Our stories are connected, and I would rather turn to not the root cause of these stories being the suffering, but the root cause being what the suffering is met with in this world. Because we could change that. Maybe there would be different outcomes. You also wish everything could be out better for everyone. Hope that doesn't come across as an obvious thing to say, but it's the only thing that comes to mind. Yeah. But all in all, I don't actually feel like this, like, sorry to backtrack, but like, I'm reflecting and I don't feel like this story only gave a story of someone in suffering that there was someone with the like Lewis created an entire world that was worth his time. You know? It may have been in his mind, but he did create a world that was worth his time. He did find things that he was good at. He was very creatively inclined. And sure, you can read that through the lens of psychosis. You could read that through the lens of like delusion, but you could read that through the lens of having no material opportunities to manifest and create that world in a lived reality. And that perhaps the people around him let him down in not creating opportunities for that. Around him. Like workplace unfulfilling, home being stuck, family being forever stuck in the past, middle of nowhere life. Psychologists not providing roads towards creative expression in the real world, quote unquote. So I choose to believe that was environmental failures. I choose that. Is that a cope? Perhaps. Do I have a favorite story? Oh, I missed this message. You feel a strong pull towards legacy. Looking back on what people in my position have done and what situations they've been in, seeing how I could do better, seeing that shit happens the same way every time. Also looking at myself as the person I'm looking back at. That's heavy and hard. Do I have a favorite? I'm looking at everyone on this family tree. I like Gus. I like Molly. Yeah. I think I really like where Walter ended up. Calvin's story wrecked me a bit. Sam frustrated the shit out of me. Anyway. I'm sorry if I'm too insistent on my worldview. I think that it's important to me, though, that I am standing for that when it comes to mental health related stories. I sense that I'm frustrating people, though, and I'm sorry if I am frustrating you. You don't feel yourself a part of some group. You can be considered by others as male. Excuse of, it's a person of your age, diagnosis, origin, appearance. For others, I'm one who they will see, and the one who they will see in myself. For yourself, you're not sure you even exist for yourself. It's hard to even understand. Understandable, it is very hard to conceptualize ourselves, especially in relation to others. I think that I never wholly feel like I'm within another group, but I do know that I am in other ways. Like that I will be considered as such, and that I am technically, I don't know. You liked Walter and Dawn's stories. They were both determined to shake off the curse. I'm trying to work out how I feel about Dawn. I don't know how I feel about Dawn. Welcome in, Reveled. Nice to see ya. I hope you've been well. Adventurer, you've been kinda tuned out the last few days? That's okay. Well, at least it's okay with me. I hope that you've been feeling okay. Is it that you're, tuned out in the dissociating way, or tuned out in the, like, you've got other things you're attending to and you're just kinda lurking stream? Parson, I think that your thoughts and feelings are very valid. I think that suffering can't be ignored in this world, and it is important that I'm not glazing over suffering. It is important for me that, to the extent I can, I'm validating that nearly 99% of the time, that suffering is wholly unjust or inequitable or pretty fucked up to be happening. And that, like, I respect that you can observe that suffering and see it as rather entrenched in the world. I respect and understand that. Yeah. Yeah. I also respect and understand that understanding of self will always be a complex thing, especially when it comes to, you know, what communities we're a part of, what groups we're part of, to what extent we are distinct or we are part of something more than ourselves. Complex stuff. Very complex stuff. It's not frustrating to you, Mickey? I'm glad to hear that. I was concerned that I was frustrating you, yes. You're allowed to talk through what your response is. It's a heavy game and you bring up good concerns. Maybe it's good for us if you walk us through where you're at as well. Where am I at? think that I am deeply frustrated and troubled. I was about to say trustrated. Deeply frustrated and troubled with the concept of people staying in an environment that is bad for them. Like, I think that Dawn finally did take it as a sign to leave is important. I think that so many of these stories were rather rooted in a like, can't escape, this is the inevitable, or can't escape, this is where my roots are. I think I have a lot of thoughts and feelings on people staying in unsafe environments, particularly because of, you know, childhood growing up, but also because you're allowed to leave. I think that I respect Dawn leaving. I think I do respect Dawn leaving, and I think that I'm left with frustrated and troubled feelings because it seems like Edith returned. And it seems like Edith's descendant, Christopher, was it? Returned as well. And kept coming back to it all. You're allowed to throw it out. You know? Yeah. You liked him as a character, something about being that all-American when his grandparents were Norwegian. I think a lot of all-American folks are rather recently migrated to. Maybe. Frustrated. Adventurer, feeling like you're partly dissociating. Did you want to talk about how, like, would you like to put more words to that? Sometimes it can be a bit of a grounding exercise to kind of talk through the sensory, to kind of talk through what is around you, to try and place yourself in the current moment. But that can be a big exercise, so I also grant you that you don't have to. Feeling your feet against the floor, or placing yourself in date and time. Local Grimdark Embassy. Embassy's presence will become overwhelming. You're welcome to use sanctions. I appreciate that I don't have to take... I think that I do struggle with how to integrate and consolidate these ideas with my own. And that's okay. We don't have to have the same ideas. I think I feel overwhelmed. Maybe I will put on a different playlist. I might also grab a cup of coffee real quick. This playlist was called Cold Days Warm Coffee. It might be nice if I just grab a little bit of coffee. Yeah. I'll be right back. Hello. I have returned. Hello, hello. I think we are in just chatting. I was going to say I should change the category, but it looks like mods beat me to it. Thank you. At least I'm assuming we changed categories. Probably, maybe. I don't know if I read it out loud, but Adventuro, it meant a lot that you said it's important to advocate for your stuff. I think it is important to advocate for my stuff. I think it's important that I make room for alternative views too. I think it's important that not every stream involves me on a soapbox. I want to just chill too, you know? Yeah. But yeah, welcome back everyone. I hope you have either a warm drink or a glass of water or something that you can sippy along with me. I'm gonna have sippy. I also realized that I had raspberries in the fridge, so I have raspberries soon in my mouth. Oh, thank you for the water sippy, by the way, Repulsive. I've just seen that. Okay. Adventurer, the big thing on your mind is that you're annoyed that among your new friends are already people I feel I cannot be at ease around. That is valid. Actually, totally hear that. Can kind of feel that rather acutely, agree. That is not a good feeling. It is not a good feeling to have, like, some folks in your friendship group that you're like, yeah, these are the cool ones, and then over there are the folks who make me uncomfortable, or who are, like, not great company, etc. Alas. Were you, I think at the end of yesterday's drop-in, you mentioned that you might have someone to share, get a lift with, or share a ride share with at the end. Were you planning on attending the New Year's with those friends? Mayhap's coffee break will return us to a state of whelmedness. True. True. Maybe. Coffee delish. Actually, yeah, I really like coffee. Coffee is yum. Lunch is also good. Gosh. Should I maybe be second guessing my choice of tiramisu? Like, alas, it's fine. It's fine. This is very healthy. After last stream, I did have a well-rounded meal. I think I've still got some leftover salad in the fridge, actually. So I guess after this stream, I'll have salad and IDK falafel. I think I've got some falafel. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. You'll visit a shopper person. You need to cook you need to cook lunch, but you can't cook luck? Damn. Sorry. Let him cook indeed. I mean, if you manage to work out how to cook luck, let me know. It feels like every time I cook, it is a matter of luck. The paradox of tolerance, indeed. Reveled, you're writing some YouTube poop. Demon Bugs Bunny, parody Mickey Mouse. I mean, I don't know what you're doing, to be honest. Those all sound like words. They definitely sound like words. I'm going to admit it's been many years since I've enjoyed any good YouTube poop stuff, you know. Tiramisu for lunch? No, I had tiramisu for breakfast. That's why I'm like, because I had tiramisu, grapes, and now raspberries. And I'm like, that's a lot of sweets. That's a lot of sweet things in a row. You believe you'll do New Year's? You're watching the firework thing? Perhaps board game? Gives you an excuse to wear one of your cool jackets? Hell yeah. Organizing the rest of your outfit around a cool jacket is hell yeah. Most cereals are pretty much desserts anyway. This is kind of true. Yeah, a lot of breakfast food. Yeah, except those waffles I tried to make. SMH. Absolute abomination. I'm still reeling. I cleaned the waffle maker. What happened with those? They died and went to hell. They're burning forever. No, I used a recipe, okay? I used a frickin' recipe. It was banana and oat flour and sugar and milk and, or like oat milk and, something else. Like, it was definitely a recipe. Their pictures and my pictures are in stark contrast. Grease the iron? I mean, I had used the iron to make waffles before and I didn't need to do much greasing of them, but yes, I did like a little bit of, like a neutral oil, some kind of, did I use an oil or did I use a, like, butter product? I think I used an oil. Anyway, yeah, so, I squished it and then it started, bubbling out the sides and I was like, that's not a good sign. And then as it kept getting hotter and warming the waffles, it kept bubbling out the sides. I'm like, that's not good. There is a small puddle underneath this iron. And I was like, I'll let it continue cooking for a minute. And then eventually I took the plunge and opened the waffle iron. And the rest is history. Please see photos in the Discord if you don't mind waffle gore. Anyway, yeah. You just had a silly moment where a friend was talking about how she's trying to lose weight. Oh no, that's... Oh, she forgot a 0. I was going to say, oh, that's such a... I'm glad that was a silly moment and not a terrible, terrible idea coming to fruition. Yep. Okay. Look, that's still a very intentional meal plan involved, but much less worrying. Yep. Anyway. A unitasker waffle iron? Zoe! Welcome in, Skylord Zoe. Hello. Welcome in. 1 second, I just realized. Okay. What's a unitasker waffle iron? If your waffle is leaking... If my waffle is leaking, I should let it cook. Lactose free. So, okay. I was trying to make vegan tiramisu, but when I bought the sponge fingers, I didn't actually brain on the fact that egg goes into them usually. So, like, it's vegan if you don't mind eating egg. Milkless behavior. 1 second, I need to eat a raspberry. Very important. Vegan, but screw chickens. Chickens are important. They're dumb idiots, but they're important, you know? They're so silly. Bacon's vegetarian if you don't mind eating pig. I very often, I think, say the line again, Para. I'm vegetarian, but sushi is sushi, you know? Except, like, I've been eating fish. Why do I have a ping? Who knows, honestly. Going to admit I've got very little personal investment in that reveled. I've got no point of reference and I'm thumbs up. Pescatarian is the word. Yeah, pescatarian is absolutely the word, Zoe. You're correct. You're correct and right. You're right and correct. And you should say it. I hope you are well. Welcome in. Yo. What was I gonna say? Oh, it was... Okay. I was going to such lengths to, like, make a vegan mascarpone. Like, mascarpone? I don't know how to pronounce words. And so... my first attempt failed. I don't trust online recipes anymore. They have betrayed me twice in a row. Anyway. So I like went to the store to try and find more ingredients and like do a, I don't know, a cashew based one instead. And then, nope, if I had just looked around a few centimeters over from like the dairy-free creams was a freaking mascarpone already made. Like, So I'm very, very smart, very smart. Pescatarian. In India, vegetarian means lacto-vegetarian can have milk. And lacto-ovo-vegetarians, what we think of it as vegetarian, are eggetarian. Interesting. Welcome in, Earth 53 Ibrahim. Welcome, yo. Sorry. I gotta happy. We are so close to the follower goal. Quick, people unfollow. No, sorry, bad joke. Bad joke. Breaks my own heart by making the bad joke. KMP? Welcome, Aspo? Not sure how to pronounce your name. Welcome in. Rolled. Make an old gamer source, come on. Thank you for headpats, Commodore. How am I going? I have warm coffee. I have sweet berries. I have looks around my desk for another item. Wet moisturizer. I have dry tissues. We could make wet tissues by like crying. Hey chat, do you want to make no. I've already had a bit of a cry from the game earlier. Thank you very much. How are you doing? I think more importantly, welcome in. I hope you're going alright. You go by KMP or Kimp, but you go by Kimchi here and there, if that helps. Cool. KMP and or Kimchi might be what I default to. Kimchi's a sweet name, actually. Kimchi, I don't know your gender, but Kimchi feels like a great non-binary name. Big stretch. Wow, thank you for posture check. And for big stretch. Name 4 things I can touch. It's crying time. Adventurer being like, emotions at 10. Gamosaurus being like, it's time to ground yourself. Kimchi isn't sweet. It is if you fuck up the recipe. It is if you, instead of using gochujang, use like, what could you use? Ketchup? White people kimchi soaks my cabbage in ketchup. Oh, jeez. Anything can be sweet if you make it wrong enough. What if I ate it with ice cream? I still haven't named 4 things I can touch. The hearts and minds of my viewers. No. I can touch my microphone, my phone, my keyboard, and my mouse. 4 things. There we go. You're a man, but don't care about that. Awesome, KMP. Thank you for being welcoming. I can touch my nose. Yeah, you'll never steal it. Holds my nose in place. Ah! Gets booped. Ah! Okay. 3 things I can hear. Music, the sound of my own bullshit, and tinnitus. Ah, jeez. Okay. Thank you for head pats. Asian pasta, tomato sauce, ketchup? Out of 10. The Mary Lwyd is a wassailing folk custom founded in South Wales and elsewhere. The tradition entails using an eponymous hobby horse made from a horse's skull mounted on a pole, carried by an individual hidden under a sheet. Huh? That's actually kind of sick. I've never heard of this before. Anyway, okay. Old South Wales. Literally. You love my model. Oh, thank you, KMP. I made it myself. I was very, very sick with COVID, and in a bit of, what's the word? What's the word where I like don't have brain juice? Lapse of judgment, and in a lapse of judgment. Fuck it, we ball is actually correct. That is definitely the word I was looking for. Fuck it, we ball energy. Exactly this. Head empty. Fever dream is good too. Yes. Head empty is very good. All of these things. We ball. We ball. Tinnitus will always be there for you. Absolutely. In Murray Lewid, in Christmas, you rap battle with a horse, and if you lose, it gets to drink your liquor. I think I would lose in a rap battle against a horse. Tradition performed at Christmas time by groups of men. Gender-affirming horse rap battles who would accompany the horse on its travels around the local area. Pressed entry through song. Households were expected to deny them entry again through song. Two sides would continue their responses to one another in this manner. The householders eventually relented. The team would be permitted entry and given food and drink. Oh. I love it when a group of men with horse skulls ask through song to enter my home. And I, in song, tell them to fuck off. No, that's great. I just invite them in so that I could look at the horse skulls. They can raid my fridge if they want. Would I ever win a rap battle though? Do I know any raps? Have I ever learned to rap? I don't think I know a single rap song. Speaking of ball energy fugue state fever dream, I can't recall ever listening to rap. It's like my brain can't recall any rap. Wait, no, I quoted rap lyrics once and y'all thought that I was spitting. Rapless lad. Ow! What was it? Yeah, I think I was quoting, Briggs. Like an Australian rapper. Anyway, you have a quick message? Most things in the chat tend to be quick messages. That's not me trying to insult you, but what I mean to say is, the chat will be whether or not I'm okay with it. Aww. Of course I'm okay with this message. For everybody that needed to hear that, I wanted to stop in and let you know, in case no one has said it to you today. You are so loved and supported. I hope you're doing really well. You're doing an amazing thing by getting up and going every day. Extremely proud of you. Fucking hell yeah. KMP. Love that energy. Thank you for bringing that into the chat. Right back at you. 10 out of 10, and like, you are very sweet for bringing that to a bunch of folks who could need it. Like anyone out there on the internet having a hard time. Giving them compassion is lovely. Thank you for doing so. Right back at you. Have you ever watched epic rap battles of history? It was huge back in the day. I don't really specifically remember any of it, you know? But I feel like I've definitely seen it, you know? Okay. It is raspberry time. Okay, chat. I'm pretty happy with how today has gone, honestly. Pretty sick, you know? Ah. Okay. Pretty sick? Yeah, you too? Well done. Love that. Have a great rest of the day to you too. I'm happy we have friends, sir. Aw, that's sweet. You're a sweetie. You are get wrecked. Sweetie behavior points at you. Sweetie behavior. I appreciate you a great deal, Zoe. You got great energy. You're very funny as well. Like, yeah. Okay. I am. Attention all advertisers. I am watching Twitch on my laptop at like 5 a.m. I am not looking to join the US Marine Corps. Good morning, Drew. Good morning and welcome in. I don't know if the advertisers are listening. As far as the advertisers are concerned, you watch video games, you must want to join the military. Epic rap battles of history. Mary Lewis vs. Para. Begin. Where am I? Nay, let us in. That's good. That's good. I love it. I will have a wrap off with a bunch of strange dudes in sheets. Oh no, that makes it sound like the frickin' clan is. Okay. Anyway, AMP, I hope you have a great rest of the day too. I don't remember if I actually said that out loud, but I do. Hope you do. The Army Rangers are just like Call of Duty. It'll be great. Oh. You know what? I would more than rap battle the clan. I in fact would perhaps do a violence. I would. Grandpa's Midnight Forest Ghost Club. What's the lyric? The Ghost Club in the woods tonight? How does it go? Dad's got Ghost Club in the woods tonight, so there's no sheets on my bed. Absurdly funny lyric. Very funny lyric. Oh. Are the sheets on top of a large bed? Imagine Para in a Zordon tube? What's a Zordon tube? Oh shit! Wait, is that Power Rangers? Oh shit! What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is Zordon in a tube? Great question. Next question. What did Sailor Moon... Did Sailor Moon... Bad guy... Tube? Was the bad guy in a tube as well? I know there were lots of bad guys in Sailor Moon, but you know when they were in like the dark place? I was a kid, okay? I don't really remember what happened. One day I'll watch it back. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Zordon Moon. Oh. I would more than rap battle the clan. Thank you for the quote. That's fucked. Oh. In the sheets, your mind's in the gutter. No, Commodore, no. Oh, jeez. He does this sick awa spin move and their heads come flying off. You know what? Good. Or as hell when they start hearing. Yeah? ... I'm sorry, I don't know your references. I'm sorry. I'm not cool enough. The tube is how we interact in our time and space. Damn, okay. Zordon was the good guy manager, not a villain. Oh! I don't remember shit. Really? The real villain was managerialism. So true. Yeah, without the face, it is a Zordoff. But, okay, wait. Sailor Moon bad guys, dark room. The Dark Kingdom is an evil organization? Yeah, the Dark Kingdom. I'm sorry, I'm now fixated on Sailor Moon bad guys. 'Cause, like, she was hot, right? Like, we can all admit this now, right? The evil organization. Queen Beryl! Yeah, like, Queen Beryl kind of slayed, right? Right? We can admit this, yeah? We need to convince Para to binge watch Big Bad Beetleborgs? Blah 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 blah. Welcome in, Slippery Fuzz. What are the salary and benefits of joining the Dark Kingdom? Do they have good dental? Very competitive. It's Chapel Roan. Oh shit. That's terrible. Welcome in, Maddie. How are you going? I am in silly mode. I'm in silly mode and thinking about Sailor Moon. More specifically, the bad guys in Sailor Moon. Did they, like, type of villain, imperialist? Wow, I didn't know that that was a category of villain, but you're right, it is. Like, in the wiki, the villains wiki, they have a category for imperialists? Huh. Anyway, I may be, like, mixing up the enemies of different 90s shows. That seems very likely. Okay. Anyway. Tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills? Excuse me? Who? Who invited them? Street Sharks? Okay. The Empire is pretty chill, maybe you should join it or something? Yeah, we were just talking about how the US military advertises on Twitch. That was what, what we were talking about. I'm sorry, the joke was right there. How could I not? Lawful evil villains. Yeah, that's a fair few, actually, yeah. Did Captain Planet ever make any systemic change? The Australian military doesn't? The Australian military is but an arm of the US Empire. Like, not even joking much, really, there. The Australian military is, very, very intertwined with US military operations. So, I think we host their, yeah. US Empire must have many arms. Yeah. Empire is empire. But alas, I am I am going down what was intended to be a funny quip, has become a rabbit hole. As they do. I wonder what the, like, story in Captain Planet. Captain Planet and the Planeteer's Legacy. Captain Planet Foundation? Aw, that's cute. In the original mythology of the show as imagined by Pyle, Captain Planet was intended to represent more of a metaphor of what is possible when kids work together to solve problems. The show isn't about calling up a savior, it's about empowering children to use their own abilities. So true. So true. But I want to know where the story went. Like, the plot? Characters? Episodes? Okay. It looks like there isn't... Oh, list of Captain Planet episodes. I want to see where the last episode ended. Season 6. Had a new rap theme. Let's fucking go. "101 mutations. Dr. Blight is running a puppy mill selling sick animals." Okay. Sounds like it was just episodic. Damn. Sad. Okay. I know the Villains Wiki has all sorts of SCP entities categorized. But do they have the Foundation as a villain? Oh, I don't know. Earthworm Jim? Worm Para? Chat. Chat. Would you... Using Aussies to do war crimes, a little bit of this. Looters were bad business people? There was a lot of that, yeah. There was. What if the Captain Planet Foundation did a modern gritty reboot that becomes the mascot for a global environmental revolution? What's the, Yo, I'm Captain Planet and I'm here to say I love monitoring my CO2 footprint in a major way. I couldn't do the rhythm, I'm sorry, I've got no rhythm. I am sorry. I destroyed your great contribution. Speak softly and carry a Captain Planet? That was definitely what Theodore Roosevelt said. Uh-huh. It's off rhythm on purpose? Because you know that I'm white? Is that why? Is it because I'm white, Mickey B? It's because I'm white, isn't it? Oh, jeez. Become the Captain Planet you wish to see in the world. Gandhi definitely said that. Yeah. Don't say it. Would you love... Yes. Would you? Would you? Hey, chat. Hey, chat. Hey, chat. Would you respect my opinions if I were a worm? I hesitate to ask if anyone would love me if I was a worm. That's absurd. Worms are innately lovable. We shouldn't be using Aussies for war crimes. That's what Canada is for. Oh, jeez. I know very little about Canada. Okay, what do I know about Canada? I know that there is snow. I know some First Nations stuff, especially with respect to like two-spirit identities. I know about the Quebecois. I know that there was an island off the coast of Nova Scotia that was going for $60,000, and not gonna lie, the idea of starting a commune off the coast of Nova Scotia sounded pretty poggers in the year 2020. What else? I don't know what else. I'm pretty sure that island was underwater for a good chunk of the year. Captain Planet did have a sweet mullet, you're so right. Yeah. Yeah. Captain Planet, but he tells you that capitalism is the problem. So what, honest? Captain Planet, but like Bookchanite. I would so watch Bookchanite Captain Planet. Are you kidding me? I love accepting capital burdens with my great big crew. Here's some corporate responsibilities we can foist on you. What? What? Damn, yeah. Spitting fire. The fire, you spat fire. Shy, Hulud? Worm too lovable. Oh, rats are innately lovable too, you're right, Reveled. I wish I were a worm. Ratatouille time. Maple leaves? Oh, that is also Canadian. Yeah. Maple leaves, maple syrup. What else did Canada do? Ending sentences with a. Canadian tuxedo is denim on denim. It is America's hat? Yeah. The game worms are bad at shooting. Did I say gay or game? Gay worms are bad at shooting. Those worms are under your direct control. Repulsive, you can't just call out chatters like that. Mum, Dad, I'm gay. I'm moving to a commune in Nova Scotia. You're moving where? So true. Okay. Good talk, everyone. I love this. I love this good talk. Thank you for the good talk. It is good. Okay. Clicky clicky and raspberry raspberry, you know? I'm thinking that it might be time for me to head off. I'm thinking that we may be at the end of the stream. Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. You're reading about the Chaz and there's a section labeled government. Oh, you're on the Simple English wiki. Okay. All you know about Canada is that the Salvation Army is a wretched hive of scum and villainy. Here too. Yeah, that's here too. Would you all be open to raiding out? Perhaps we could raid out. I think we should raid out. Ah, there is a jellyfish. Yeah, that's a nice jellyfish. They seem like a nice jellyfish. think we should raid them. How y'all feeling? I hope you enjoyed the video game. I enjoyed the video game. Therefore, you may have also. Pog? This weekend has been pretty nice to me. I hope that the rest of it goes pretty nice too. Stream ending just as you came back. I'm sorry, Slippery Fuzz. Alas. Show kindness to Glitch, yeah? I think, I think I'm gonna go do some art. Have a good rest of weekend. I will see y'all next week. It'll be, New Year's Eve, I think, next stream. So, I don't know. That's kind of an occasion, right? That's kind of an occasion. Appreciate you joining me. Good night, goodbye. Have a good day, have a good sleep. All of these. What? Bye.
Okay, the tracking has been fixed. Hopefully. Parasocial luck! Thank you for the raid! Oh my god! Thank you! Thank you so much! Hi! Hello, Revolve. Welcome in, Revolve. Welcome in. Hello, Raiders. My name is Glitch134. I am a jellyfish VTuber. I play games and do art, and today we're making a model for Salad Berry. If you need to raid and run, that is completely understandable. Your after-stream care is important, but thank you so much for the raid, Parasocial. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? What did you play? Right now I'm in my Eldritch God form, so this is not what I normally look like, but I've been scared out of my normal form. Back to normal, just chatting. There we go, there I am. You're welcome and hello, hello. Let me give you a follow back so that I can watch your stream sometime. But hello, welcome in. How was chatting? Did you have some good chats? Was it fun to chat? What good? Did you have a good chat? Was the chatting good? Did you play any games or did you just chat? It's Haru. What again? It seems. Understood. I will refrain from consuming. Yes, please don't eat me. Please don't eat me. Don't eat the jellyfish. I am not edible. I am a god. You should be worshipping me, not eating me. Parasocial _work. We play What Remains of Edith Finch and just chatting. We had a nice time, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. And Edith Finch. I've heard of that game before, but I don't remember where I've heard that before. I've heard of the game though. Did you have fun with the game? Was the game fun? Was it a good time? Hey yo, how many times? I don't know, Haruto. I don't know. I will count the VOD after stream. I will actually count the VOD after stream. A lot. About 8 lying times. Fun fact, jellyfish do not taste like jelly nor fish. They in fact taste like Swedish fish. No! Don't spread these rumors! Revolved! Please, no! Don't incentivize people to eat me for the love of everything that's wicked and sully. Please, no! Hee-ho! Oh my gosh, you say hee-ho! Also, hello, Dew on Grass. Welcome in, Dew on Grass. But hee-ho, welcome in! Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? Eat the jellyfish! She's the beautiful hee-ho. For for those who don't know, he who's just debuted their model. So please go watch their streams and look at their beautiful model and also who the hell he can.